So what all
Okay.
possible mathematical operations we can discuss? Math operations involved in errors. Number one will be addition. Okay. Let's say if I have a quantity A, which is equal to A plus minus delta A. I hope now you're familiar with this notation, the way we are writing it. And quantity B, it will be B plus minus delta B, where delta A and delta B are respective absolute errors for both the quantities. Now, if I want to do A plus B, then how will I do it? I will add their individual values plus minus their errors will be added, because one
Okay.
error plus another error will add on with more and more error. Okay, so whenever there's an
Okay.
addition, then A plus B works like this. The next one is subtraction. In subtraction, there will be only one difference. So that's why I'll just write here. If we have subtraction, then I'll have the same quantities. If I have to do A minus B, then A and B will be subtracted. But though we are dealing with two quantities having two different errors and we are subtracting them, but error will be added. Whether you are adding or subtracting the quantity, the net error for both of them will be added. So this delta A plus delta B is the error in both the quantities that will add on, because you are dealing with two quantities. Whether you add or subtract, that is secondary. Okay. So what
Okay.
is the difference when we are adding or subtracting two quantities? When adding, it is quite easy and clear to understand A plus B. But when we are subtracting it, it will be A minus B. Errors in both the case will be added. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right.
Now the next case is, if you have any quantity of the type A by B, it means division. Okay, so let's say there is one quantity A, which is A plus minus delta A, another quantity B, which is B plus minus delta B. If you are finding A by B, let's say A by B is equal to X, for example. Okay, so this X will be having two components. One will be the value and plus minus delta X, because every time whenever we are writing any quantity, we write in this form. Okay, so the value of X will be A by B, because we are literally dividing these components. But when we talk about delta X, it is a bit different over here. So for finding the value of delta X, we do like this. Delta X over X is equal to delta A over A plus delta B over B. And this, if you want, you can just add plus and minus in front, and that we are going to just put over here as it is. Okay, so how will I get delta
Okay.
X from here? This X value is equal to A by B, I already have. Okay, I can put this X value over here, and then this X value will go on the other side, and I will get the value of delta X. In the end, all what I need is X and delta X. So X will be obtained by literally dividing them, and delta X will be obtained by this expression. Okay, these things will, with time, when you will practice more questions, it will become clear. Okay, so just try to observe, and whatever you can understand, it is fine. Okay, you can just rewatch this video one more time. Now next is, if I have any quantity of the type x is equal to a to the power n. Okay, x is equal to a to the power n means if I have a quantity in which there is a power. So how you are going to deal with that? So in that, now at least you know that x will be written as x plus minus delta x. Okay, so how do we write that? This x value will be straight away a to the power n. But how do you calculate delta x? So for that, it will be delta x over x is equal to n delta a over a.
Okay.
That n will come in front. So if there's a power, then it will be n delta a over a. And this x value, as I told, that x value can be calculated using this straight away. Okay, so that you can calculate and send it on the other side, and then you'll get delta x from here. Okay, with questions, these things will become clear. So these are just kind of concepts, but application of them will make it more clear. Okay, we'll do the application very soon.
Okay. Got it.
Next variety of question which you can get is just an extension of this number 4. Let's say if I have any quantity of the type a to the power n, b to the power m over c to the power p, anything like that. So for that, how will you write that delta x value? So delta x over x will be equal to n delta a over a Just try to observe what I'm doing. It's just an extension of previous one. M delta B over B plus P delta C over C.
All right.
Okay, so that will give me the value of delta X. Once I get delta X from here, and the value of X will be literally obtained from this only. Okay, by the way, what are these ABC? These A, B, C can be treated as individual quantities. So you can just consider them like this: A plus minus delta A, B will be B plus minus delta B, and C will be C plus minus delta C. So when you have to find the value of X, you will just do A to the power n, B to the power m over C to the power b. Why we have to
Okay,
find
got
this X? Because the final value is written as X plus minus delta X. So this X value will be obtained like this directly, and delta X value will be obtained using this expression